This is not only because she had a natural affection for Charlie when she was a child, and always liked to follow him. It was even more because, for so many years, her father had been looking for him, so she had never forgotten Charlie. Moreover, she has been looking forward to finding him for so many years. In addition, Sarah's father has been reminding her in her ears for so many years, so that she should not forget that she has a marriage contract. Moreover, after she was 20 years old, her father often said that as long as she found Charlie, she must marry Charlie, because this was her father's promise to friends, benefactors, and brothers many years ago. Sarah accepted this arrangement imperceptibly. She herself has felt for so many years that she will find him, but she did not expect that he was already married. Charlie was criticized by Sarah, and he felt a little uncomfortable on his face, and felt a little uncomfortable in his heart. So, he gave a dry cough and said apologetically, "Sarah, I am indeed responsible for this matter. I want to say sorry to you and Uncle Gu." "Sorry?" Sarah said angrily, "Since you want to apologize, even if you don't think that my dad is your elder, it is because my dad has been looking for you for so many years, you should also apologize to my dad." "No. Let me tell my dad that I have found you." "What does it mean?" Charlie looked at her angry expression and said seriously, "Sarah, think about it for yourself. I have lived in Orus Hill Welfare Institute for 10 years, but Uncle Gu came to Orus Hill to look for me several times, but failed to find my whereabouts. Why? Someone must not want Uncle Gu to find me. The other party can make Uncle Gu not find me. This proves that he is very strong and don't know whether it is a friend or an enemy. If you tell Uncle Gu now, it will only cause trouble for him." Seeing that Sarah's expression eased, Charlie continued, "Also, why my parents were forced to leave Eastcliff back then. Why they died unexpectedly when they arrived in Orus Hill, these are still unknown, plus someone hiding my information back then. There might be a huge hidden secret behind this, so I must first find out what happened in the past, find out who is watching me behind, who intends to bring danger to me and the people around me, and not going to meet with Uncle Gu." Sarah cried and said, "But my dad has really missed you for so many years. He has only two biggest wishes now. One is to find you and the other is to watch me get married." Charlie solemnly promised, "Sarah, don't worry, when I find out everything one day, I will personally come to Eastcliff and visit Uncle Gu." When Charlie said this, Sarah's expression became even more painful. She burst into tears and said, "My dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer 2 years ago. He has been treated for several courses in China, the United States and Japan, but there has been no cure. Top doctors all over the world say that this disease is impossible to cure. Yes, no matter how much money is spent, it is impossible, just like Apple's jobs. Maybe one day his condition suddenly deteriorates and he will die." Charlie exclaimed, "Pancreatic cancer? How is Uncle Gu now?" Sarah said, "He just came back from the United States and was recuperating at home. The reason why I was willing to take the American film is because my dad is going to the US for treatment. After the filming of the film, his treatment was over, so I returned to China for a while." Afterwards, she sighed and said quietly, "The results of the treatment in the United States this time are not good. I feel that his body is getting worse and worse. Don't know which day." Charlie couldn't help but feel sad when he heard this. After so many years of drifting away, he has no feelings for Sarah's father or even Sarah's family. If he hadn't met Sarah, he might not think of this family again for the rest of his life. After all, they were too young back then, and they didn't leave a deep feeling and impression on him. But when he heard that Sarah said that after she and her father had put so much effort to find him, he couldn't help being moved. Since becoming an orphan at the age of 8, Charlie has encountered too few good people in the past 10 years. He met people who really cared about him, even fewer. There is one Aunt Lena from the orphanage, one from Wilson's father, and one in the from of his wife, Claire. Elder Wilson also passed away. In this world, Aunt Lena and Claire are the only ones who really care about him and love him. But now, there are 2 more people who care about him. One is Sarah and the other is her father Philip. Philip was unable to find himself day by day for so many years, which he had never thought of before. Therefore, after hearing that Philip was suffering from pancreatic cancer and his physical condition was deteriorating, He immediately made a decision to save his life. So he immediately said to Sarah, "Well, after we finish talking about cooperation, you will return to Eastcliff first, and in a few days I will quietly go to Eastcliff to meet Uncle Gu. Then, I will have my own panacea that can cure his illness." Sarah was dumbfounded and asked, "What panacea do you have that can cure this terminal illness?" "Doctors all over the world have told me that this terminal illness cannot be cured." Charlie said seriously, "It is not convenient for me to disclose this to you for the time being, but you can rest assured that since I have said it, I will definitely honor my promise." Charlie has a panacea in his hand. The elixir he refined for the first time was able to cure high paraplegia, which is almost impossible to cure medically. If he takes one to Philip, there is a high probability that his pancreatic cancer can be cured. Taking a step back, if his elixir can't cure him, he still has rejuvenation pills to use.